Hi, you guys. I feel like I have to talk softly because I am not alone. We have had like a wonderful couples weekend. Our three kids, who are between the ages of 10 and 13, they are all at summer camp this week together. And so I wanted to just come on and show you this gorgeous sunset. My husband and I decided, okay, all three kids are going to be gone. Let's do the unthinkable. Let's go take like 2 nights away together and really like invest in our marriage. And we recently had an anniversary. We've been married for 16 years in June. And so we were like, well, it can kind of be our like anniversary get together, but I feel super self-conscious because I'm like on the deck with all of my close friends here. So I'm going to actually turn this around and show you our place, and I'll give you a little tour. It has been so much fun to just have a place all to ourselves. So we have like our own little cabin. And so when I reserved this, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And it was one of those things where you like book it, but you don't really realize what it might look like. It felt really overpriced to me. So I was like, oh dear, did I make like a huge mistake? But thankfully, it's turned out awesome. I guess what I wanted to share is like encouragement this week about just giving yourself permission to completely be unproductive. I was going to say like, let's talk about unplugging. I feel like it's so much more than that. It's really about giving yourself time to completely do nothing. And I think for a type A person like me, it's difficult to give myself permission. All day I've been like battling like, well, I should be outside. I should be working out. I should be enjoying the property. But we came back after this like ridiculous brunch, which was over the top beautiful and wonderful and tasty and filling. And we just like took a nap. And then all afternoon, I just relaxed. We sat by the lake. We did nothing. We talked. We were in silence. I went to the spa. I mean, it's just been so wonderful to just like sit and be present with each other and to not have an agenda. And that's really my encouragement to you. Like whether you're married or not, whether this is the right season to do this or not, I feel like when you have the opportunity to be completely unproductive, okay, there's like people next door, but it's totally fine. They're not paying attention. When you are able to give yourself a bit of a Sabbath, a bit of a complete break, I think there is such power in unplugging from productivity and really realizing like how much of your self-worth is wrapped up in that. Because even today I was like, is it okay for me to just lay here and do nothing? It was just such an incredible gift to myself and also to my marriage and my husband for us to just completely give ourselves permission to rest. And there's something transforming about it. And I would say that there's also something very clarifying about it because you get in touch with the big stuff. Discussions we've had around like dreams and, different leadings we're sensing from God about our future and our family and just memories of our wedding and even of our kids when they were younger. It has been such a rich time to just slow down and find value in the nothing. I think this would be an awesome challenge, would be to just have a little bit of a retreat where you do nothing and you realize you have a fresh revelation like I did that this is where the value is. There's actually value in doing nothing because you realize where the real value is. I can tell you all day long that my worth and value is in who I am and not what I do, but I get into this kind of setting and I still am such a doer. And my husband is so good at just being, and I mean that in like the best way. I don't mean that like in a derogatory way at all. He's just really comfortable just being, and there's like nothing about his identity that strives. Just as I was like relaxing this afternoon, I kept having to really like give myself permission. So I just want to give you permission if you have an opportunity, take the opportunity, make one, create one, even if it's just like 4 hours on a Saturday, or maybe it's a half an hour on a Saturday. We can start small. This is really different for us. We do not take trips like this. This is just not what we do. So it's different than what we were picturing, but it's so life-giving because it is different. And also to kind of like say to yourself, I am worth it. My marriage is worth it. My husband is worth it. Or if it's by yourself, you are worth it. Your heart is worth it. So really thinking through like what would give you the most joy? What would refill your cup to do sort of a Sabbath like this? It has just been surprisingly life-giving to do nothing. And so I just want to release you. I want to release you from any productivity, any pressure to perform, any doing over being, and just to enjoy being present. And that is actually the antidote that I've discovered. I've noticed that the way that I can overcome is often by simply being present. So instead of thinking about all the things I should be doing, I start to think about, wow, the clouds are so pretty. You know, listen to the water. Today the water was just sparkling under the sunshine. As you can see, our place is totally on the waterfront, which it was completely unexpected. We did not know that this is what we had reserved. And so it's been so much better than I knew, but I can feel that God challenges me to receive that as a gift from him. But it was so fun, and we created memories. You know what I mean? Tonight at dinner, we ordered octopus because we were like, we have to order something totally bizarre so that we can remember, like, that was the trip that we took where we ordered octopus. It was not very appetizing. I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't order it again, but it was like so fun to just do something different, try new things together. It was totally invigorating to our marriage, and just makes me realize, wow, like when you sit in silence with your husband, that's when you don't have to be afraid of the empty nest. You know, like these are the times when I'm investing in our relationship, and it's not going to be awkward once the kids are gone. You know, that crosses my mind, like, oh my gosh, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to do? It's so wonderful when you reach the level of friendship with your spouse where you can sit in silence and it's perfectly okay. There's just a sense of just being together. And I'm jumping all over, but it reminds me of like the presence of God. Like when we build our friendship with God, that's often how it feels. Like neither of us really have to talk because we know each other so well that we can just enjoy each other's presence without striving, without trying to make something happen. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you give yourself the gift of no productivity or low productivity, you're actually giving yourself the gift of presentness, and you're giving yourself a gift of clarity and intimacy with God and your spouse that may not have been there before. Come on in. So this is our cute little cottage that we rented for a couple days. So very minimal. As you can see, there's just a cute little bathroom and kitchenette area. And it's just perfect for 2 people. And all you need is the lake. Look at the view. Look at the view. Well, I got ahead of myself. So it's just really cute. It's just a very like cozy 1-bedroom cabin. And I'm thinking this is one of those resorts that's been around since, like, I don't even know. It's been around for like 100 years. And so it's just very simple, very minimal. I really loved the space, but obviously what you're highlighting is just the view. Oh my word. So to be able to walk out here in the morning and have our coffee, it has just been so lovely. So let's step out here for a second. And so you can see like to our left, there's like a little swimming area and a cute little beach where kids like play on this adorable inflatable swim thing. We totally want to bring the kids back here, but this has been so peaceful. And as you can tell, it is so quiet. Everybody's out just kayaking or paddleboarding, but it's just very quiet. It is early in the week, so Ben and I were thinking maybe just a lot of people aren't here. That might be regulars on the lake, but as you can see, there's that couple kayaking together, it is just lovely. So we have sat out here on our little deck area with coffee like almost every morning. Well, 2 mornings we've been here. It's just so lovely. And Ben this morning was so cute. He was like, I just don't want to leave. I could sit out here and look at this view forever. So there's like 3 of these little cabins in a row. So we're just in the middle. And I think what Madden's resort must have done is just purchased all the little fishing shacks, you know, years and years ago. And so then if you walk back through, you can see there's the bed, and it's just perfect. It's just all you need as a couple. So it's just been a really fun, super life-giving time. And like I said, it's just been permission to be unproductive, and it's been so life-giving.